Brother, I was thinking about something, man, that I wanted to share with y'all. And I was just sharing this with my brothers in the Power Circle the other day. Like our last call this past week was about, I can't remember what we called it exactly, man, but it was pretty much just about the missionless man. And I don't even know if missionless is a word, but a man that lives his life with absolutely no objective. You know what I'm saying? And what I've understood over time is that a man that doesn't have any objective in life, I'm talking about even the smallest objective. You know what I mean? Like just having a mission to accomplish. A man that has no mission to accomplish, brother, is living on fumes. Like when you see these men that are contemplating taking their lives, when you see these men that are in states of depression, 99.9% of the time is simply because they have no objective in life. Because you gotta understand, like, and I can't speak for women, but for us as men, like without an object, like that's our path. That my camera's chipping. That's our path to the Creator. Like kind of in the book, I think it's the Four Agreements when it's talking about like the work is the worship. Like if you aren't working towards something, brother, you have no idea on what level of emptiness you're living in. So make sure you have some kind of objective, bro. I don't care if it's something as simple as, hey, this weekend I'm gonna repaint the house. Like some kind of mission. Of course you should have small missions, but have a huge mission. If you don't have a mission, brother, I'm gonna say your life is gonna be on zero mode. Let me show y'all where I'm staying, man. I told y'all I was gonna stay in a hostel. And I'm gonna stay at a hostel at some point, man, but not this week. I'm staying right here. I'm right here on the border of Thailand and Laos, right? Up here spending time to celebrate. I keep saying I'm gonna celebrate this holiday, but I can never remember the name of it. I said I'm gonna celebrate. It's like La Kathrong or something like that. I don't want to disrespect the culture, but it's the holiday where they burn the things and the candles are floating, and I don't know exactly what it is, but yeah, I'm up here celebrating La Kathrong, and then I'm going to I'll probably just make a run to Laos and reset my visa while I'm up here, which I got a whole another 90 days or whatever to go, but I might as well reset it while I'm up here. But anyway, this is what I was sharing with my brothers, man. Even though I understood that a man must have a mission at all points in life, like I still tend to forget. And what I was sharing with my brothers was this. I said I was sharing them a story with them about my stepfather. My stepfather, man, I got a few minutes for my next call, brothers. My stepfather is a well accomplished man. Let me sit down, man. And it was something about him that it took me a while to understand. Like one of the greatest men. Let me move my computer out. One of the greatest men I've ever known, man. A man named George Burnett. Let me get my camera right, brothers. Y'all give me a sec. A man named George Burnett, right? So George, my stepfather, is retired military. Did 20 plus years military. Retired first sergeant, man. Got out of the military and did it again, man. Did another stint as an ROTC instructor, right? And like in my hometown, George is like a celebrity. Like everybody knows George because he's just that kind of guy. Plus he's had such an impact on so many people. Like he's had students that fall up that were up under his leadership that are in high places all over the country and doing big things. So everybody knows George. So it's like George at his, he just celebrated a birthday. At his age, he's accomplished so much where if George just does nothing for the remainder of his life but sit there and watch the world move, it's justified because he's done so much. You know what I'm saying? But like before I moved here, when I was spending that time at my mom's house, I was kind of helping my mom and George kind of do things around the house, cut some trees down and all this stuff. And in my mind, I just wanted my mom and George to kind of just chill out and relax. I might be out there cutting the grass, man. I just wanted them to kind of just chill out and just sip tea and watch the sun work type stuff, right? But what I noticed about George, every single day, man, George would have a mission for the next day or for the next week. Like, I might cut the grass. We might be sitting there on the porch sipping tea or something, and George would be like, hey, you know what? Like, you see that tree out there? Like, tomorrow I'm going to go out there and trim that tree up, or I'm going to cut that tree down, or I'm going to do X, Y, Z. Every single day, every single week, he had a mission. Even though I was saying, George, just chill out. Let me do everything. Now I understand he's a man of understanding. He's a man of understanding. And what I'm really ultimately getting to, man, at no point in time in our lives, man, whether it's when we're teens or whether it's when we're, in our retirement stage and we're just enjoying life, at no point in time should you not be a man that has no objective. No objective? Like, it's pointless to even live at that point. Like, having an objective to accomplish, even if it's something like, hey, I'm gonna paint the house tomorrow. That's our fellowship with God. That's our fellowship with God, man. And even though I understood that, man, now I'm looking, I think about George when I was saying, hey, George, let me do this, let me do that, I want to do everything, man. You just sit back and chill. George was just like, nah, I got this right here. Like, you do what you're doing. I got this over here. He's a man of understanding, man. And having said that, I know some men, some of y'all might even be watching this video now, that have no objective in life, bro. Zero objective in life. Meaning you wake up every single day and do exactly, you wake up every single day and only do what you're required to do because somebody else has mandated it. Like, you get up and go to work just because you got to keep the lights on. You do it, the normal stuff that they're like that's not really having an objective. An objective is, okay, you go to work every day, you come off, but something in the evening you're trying to conquer. Like, I have an objective of starting a basketball league or a summer football league for the kids in the neighborhood. That's an objective. I have an objective to re-landscape my house or my yard, or paint the house, or do something, or to start a business. It can be something huge, but it can be something as small as cutting the grass. An objectiveless or a missionless man is not even a man that's living. So when you see people going into those states of depression, man, a lot of times, man, you just need to create an objective, brother. You know what I'm saying? And then think about this. Think about what we always talk about when it comes to, what time we got? I got a few more minutes. Think about when we're always talking about the relationship between men and women, right? Think about, like, when we talk about what it is that women are actually attracted to. And there's a number of things, right? But I've always said this for years. I say if a relationship doesn't have a mission, it's just a matter of time before it's done. If you and your wife, or if you're in a position, and let's say you're successful. Let's say you got the good job, man. You work at the General Motors plant, or you got the corner corporate office, and you have good income, like you can protect and provide and all this stuff. That's good. You've checked a box. But if you're not putting your relationship in a position where y'all have something to conquer, whether it's something as simple as, okay, next year we're going to Bahamas, or in 5 years let's build our dream house, or in 2 years let's move to Saudi Arabia, or let's move to Thailand, let's move to Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Or in the next 6 months, let's both lose, 15 pounds. If your relationship doesn't have an objective, like, that's when women get bored, bro. That's when women get bored, when there's no mission to accomplish. You know what I'm saying? So this conversation is just full circle, man. Like, a man's life is nothing without an objective, man. Like, the world doesn't even respond to him the same way. The women, the people, the world doesn't even respond to you without an objective. So again, I'm gonna tell you this. If you're a man and you're feeling down, you're feeling hopeless, you're feeling like, man, all I do is work and pay taxes, and I'm like, why am I living? I'm gonna tell you what to do, man. Like, go inside of your mind and think of that thing you want to accomplish. That may seem slightly, hell, it might not even be slightly out of your reach. That thing that's just been in the back of your mind for the last 6 months or 6 years. It could be you starting a class or getting some certification. It could be anything. Anything. Like, start taking those things that are in the back of your mind that you've been thinking about for years, and put a plan of action behind them. Make a mission out of it. Sit back there, kind of like George sitting on the porch. George sitting on the porch, just analyzing the front yard. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know my mama, she like on 1,000,000 acres out there in the country, man. So it's like 1,000,000 things to do. Like, it's never done out there. Oh, George would be sitting out there on the porch, man, just analyzing everything, man. And just spot something, say, you know what? I'm gonna do X, Y, Z. This is my mission. And we'll put a whole game plan behind it. So what I'm saying is, man, identify that thing that you've been putting off. Identify that area of life where you've been procrastinating in. You know what I'm saying? Objectify that thing and put a plan behind it, and wake up and start moving towards it. And again, Rome wasn't built in a day, man, but every single day, man, put action towards it. Or every single week, put some action toward it. And I guarantee your life will change. I guarantee your life will change. How will it change? So how my life gonna change? You're gonna become fulfilled, brother. You're gonna become fulfilled. And I'm gonna tell you this: a lot of people, a lot of you brothers probably have never even felt real fulfillment as a grown adult. You're gonna feel fulfillment. You're gonna start glowing. You're gonna have a reason to get up every morning. You ever been in one of those phases, man, where you want to hit? I got a call in a few minutes. You ever been in one of those phases of life? And I know we all have, where all you want to do when that alarm goes off is you want to hit snooze, 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 snooze. It's like there's really no mission to get up. But when there is a mission, oh, I don't care how tired you are, man. As soon as that alarm goes off, you up, bro. It's kind of like this. Think about this. Kind of like when we were kids. When we were kids and it was your birthday or it was Christmas. Think about all the times you had to get up and go to school, man. And you're just like, I don't want to go to school. And you sitting there, man, your mom might come in there and cut the light on and blind, and you still like struggling to get up. But on Christmas Day, oh, brother, you sitting there waiting on the alarm to go off. You're sitting there waiting on the sun to come up. It's because now you have an objective. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about, man. When you have purpose and you have a game plan to move towards something, man, you're gonna think about this in your sleep. You're gonna think about this in your sleep. And it goes back to this video I made a couple of days or weeks ago when I said, I don't know what I call it, but I was talking about like when women aren't attracted to you. I said, this is what you do. Shut the women off, close it off completely from your mind, and think about a goal. Think about your game plan. I said, watch what happens. And I saw what some of the brothers, I need to go back and check those comments, but I saw what some of the brothers was like, hey, I tried it and it worked. That video was a week ago. I told y'all brothers, if it didn't change your life in 72 hours, I would give you, whatever course I said, a code to her chemistry. I said, I'll give you a code to her chemistry for free if I'm lying. And I saw where a few brothers commented and said, so you wasn't lying. When you have an objective, your whole world changes. You know what I'm saying? You become vibrant. And it's because you become one with God. Once you have a mission, brothers, you become one with God.